Hello, children. Today, we are going to talk about frogs. Frogs are fascinating creatures that live both on land and in water. They belong to a group of animals called amphibians, which means they can live in both aquatic, water, and terrestrial land environments. Let's start by talking about the body parts of a frog. Just like us, frogs have a head, a body, and 4 limbs. Their limbs are called legs, and they use them to jump and swim. Frogs also have a long, sticky tongue that they use to catch insects and other small creatures to eat. Now, let's talk about where frogs live. Frogs can be found in many different places around the world. Some frogs live in ponds, lakes, or rivers, while others prefer to live in moist areas like forests or swamps. They like to be near water because they need it to survive. Frogs are cold-blooded animals, which means their body temperature changes with the temperature of their surroundings. When it's hot outside, frogs can be found sitting in shady areas to keep cool. In colder weather, they may hide in mud or burrow underground to stay warm. One interesting thing about frogs is that they go through a process called metamorphosis. This is a big word, but it simply means that they change their shape as they grow. Let me explain it using an example you might be familiar with. A butterfly. Just like a butterfly starts as a tiny egg, then becomes a caterpillar, and finally transforms into a beautiful butterfly. Frogs also go through stages. They start as eggs, then hatch into tadpoles, which have a long tail and live in the water. As they grow, they develop hind legs, and then front legs. Eventually, they lose their tail and become adult frogs. Now, let's talk about how frogs communicate. Frogs make different sounds to communicate with each other. Have you ever heard a frog croaking? That's the sound they make. The croaking sound is produced by male frogs to attract females during mating season. Each frog species has its own unique croak, so it's like a special language they use to find a mate. Finally, let's talk about what frogs eat. Frogs are carnivorous, which means they eat other animals. They have a diet mainly consisting of insects, spiders, worms, and even small fish. As I mentioned earlier, they use their long, sticky tongue to catch their prey. It's like a quick and efficient tool for them to grab their food. I hope you enjoyed learning about frogs today. Bye.